My sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan. Now you call me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing. Now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everything going this morning? I was looking and there's like no comments. I'm like, what's going on? But there's like 8 people on here, 11 people now. So it's going. It just kind of scared me for a minute. I tell you, are looking at 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 25 to 31. And I believe we have a few people with us that commented. There's Ken Gooch. Good morning, Ken Gooch. And Dave Donnelly says it's rainy in Port Orange, Florida. Something tells me your rain and my rain is a little different. I'm just saying. And Bert Johnny says, good morning, gentlemen. Pastor Tom sneaked in here on the backside, is listening to us. And Chris Connolly's here as well. And look at that, Miss Jody. How are you? So that's who we oh, and AJ's here, the prodigal son. Not because I say it, because he said it. All right. So we have a letter from Paul to the first church in Corinth, the Corinthian church, and we noticed that in many times he says in your previous letter, and he's talking to a church that's a mess. He's talking to a church that thinks culture can go into the church and be a part of the church. And they just seem to be comfortable. They seem to be comfortable in being who they are and where they are and what they are. And these verses today are pretty cool. So we're going to read through them first, and then we can talk about them a smidge. And I believe I already have them up and everything. I'm like so prepared today. Now concerning the betrothed, I have no command from the Lord, but I give judgment as one who by the Lord's mercy is trustworthy. So this is Paul's belief. This is what Paul believes, knowing what God has told him. I think that in view of the present distress, it is good for a person to remain as he is. Are you bound to a wife? ? Right? Do you seek to be free? Are you free from a wife? Do not seek a wife. If you do marry, you have not sinned. If a betrothed woman marries, she has not sinned. Yet those who marry will have worldly troubles, and I would spare you that. This is what I mean, brothers. The appointed time has grown very short. From now on, let those who have wives live as though they have none, and those who have mourned as though they were not mourning, and those who rejoice as though they were not rejoicing, and those who buy as though they had no goods, and those who deal with the world as they have no dealings with it. For the present form of this world is passing away. So many of the disciples, Paul included, felt that the second coming was imminent, right? It was coming quick. It was going to happen. in his early letters. And some of the later letters, he started to say that there were certain things that were going to happen before that could come true. Paul's speaking to the church right now, and he's giving them this urgent plea that they got to be ready. He's offering up his wisdom in these few short verses, trying to get the church back in line, the people back in line. They're understanding the scriptures, are weak at this point. They're a new church, relatively new. It's not like they got thousands of years of history, but they're in a culture that allows a lot of things that fly in the face of what we believe. He's trying to tell them marriage isn't a sin, but there's a bigger thing at hand right now, and he wants us to live like one whose time is short. And it kind of likened me to people when they sometimes get a bad diagnosis from the doctor, and they rush to the church. They rush to get prayer. They rush to connect with God, knowing they don't have much time left. And that's what Paul's kind of asking us to do. He's kind of telling us and these people in the first church that you need to get straight with God now. And I thought to myself, this really doesn't, in our point of view, it's been 2,000 years now. So was there really a hurry? And then I thought about scripture stories. Like, could you imagine Jesus walking up to Peter on the seaside and saying, Peter, come with me, follow me. And Peter goes, I'm good today, but I'll be free on Thursday next week. He didn't do that, right? He dropped everything. He changed his entire life. He didn't give any excuses. I look at the story of Abraham and I ask, God, how long did Abraham wait for a son? So long that he got impatient and tried to do it his way. How long did he wait? And then as soon as he gets a son, God tells him he needs to sacrifice him. You imagine the heart of Abraham. Everything in his life has always been for God. He rushed off to a new land because God told him to. Everything he did. And now he's finally got this long-awaited son that he had asked for and prayed for and wanted so badly. And now he's being asked to sacrifice him. And what does he do? He takes all the steps that God asked him to take. And then God spared the son. But the thing was, he didn't wait. He didn't push it back. He didn't say, not now, God, we'll get to it later. Zacchaeus is another example. We used him yesterday as well, where here's a guy that is living his best life. He's rich. He's not loved. Everybody hates him where he lives, but he's for that culture, he's very wealthy. And his encounter with Jesus made him drop everything, change the way he lived, give him his money away. He found something more valuable than his valuables. I think that'd be a great way to put it. And I thought to myself, but none of them fly in this verse as much as the parable of the rich fool. Here's a guy that has everything. He has this monstrous harvest. It's so big and so good that he decides to tear down his barns, build new barns, store for everything, so he can take it easy for a while, right? He can cruise. I'm good. Nothing's bad. God interrupts that plan. He says, you fool, this night your life will be taken from you. And this is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God. He tells us that we have the keys to the kingdom. And we're saying, well, hold on till it's convenient for me. hold on until the time is right for me. And Paul in his letters telling the Corinthian church, you don't know when that's going to be. You don't have any idea. Live as though you'll see Jesus today. That's what he's telling us to do. Don't be controlled by your circumstances, for sure, but prioritize everything above God, God above everything. I'm sorry. That's the whole thing for us, is we got to prioritize God and don't hold on to things in this kingdom too tight, because they don't last. I mean, Solomon himself called them a vapor, a mist, something that's in your hands 1 minute and just flies away. That's what this kingdom is. That's what I have for you today, boys and young ladies. I pray it was a blessing. We had one more come on. Good morning, Daniel. It's nice to see you, and I'm glad you're here. Have a familiar day, gentlemen, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. Peace.